And I always tell them base running is like the special teams of baseball. It can get overlooked and like the casual fan may not recognize it, but the true like fan of the sport will understand that it can win and lose you games. And so we base run every day. We pick out something specific that we're working out on situationally. And sometimes it's maybe something we saw the weekend before that we need to improve, but reps are huge because it's the same in baseball. Like good base running or poor base running can win or lose you a game when the
Yeah.
margins are small. So
Can you
those
can you can you provide some examples on that? Because when you mentioned the fan, like that's me. Like I
yeah
wouldn't be able to
yeah
dissect good or bad base running unless I saw somebody get picked off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, and the obvious ones stick out, but there's like how big your lead is, for a
Yeah.
given situation. Like baseball is so similar, they talk about football, being a game of inches and, third and short and all that stuff. And baseball is so similar. Like how often are you out or safe by a step? And could that 90 feet have been the difference in the game? Like literally when our guys get back here in another week, even though they've been running the bases since they were 5 years old, we're going to go out to first base and we're going to go, here's how you take your primary lead, meaning how
Yeah.
far you're off the base. And we're going to spend 15 just talking about that. Like how far are you off the bag in all these different situations with the idea that, like you just said, now let's say we're game 39 and it's to go to the conference championship. You're at first and a guy hits a double down the right field line. Your lead might be the difference in whether or not we go to the conference championship. If you had a 12-foot lead or did you have a 10-foot lead? It's all, so that's what we remind the guys is it's to you, it might seem like very minuscule, boring stuff. But when the game's on the line and your heartbeat's racing a little faster, you're going to fall back on your fundamentals. And
Yeah.
the goal is that you don't want to think about it, right? You just have done it hundreds and hundreds of times. So you're just going to do it without even thinking.